Hey, you're back on the Joey Ciccone Show Connected. I'm laughing a little bit. Some lady just chimed in that said I was very handsome. Her name is Sissy. I want to just say thank you. It's very nice to see. It's very nice to see things like that right now. Getting back to it, okay? And my fans are here. Derek, I want to welcome you to the show. I see two other ones, Jill and Vinny. The reason I haven't mentioned you, kind of mad. You know, I'm Italian. We take things personal. The guy wrote the book. Not the guy. Bob Perry wrote the book. I'll say it to everyone. I don't care. He signed it to you. Did I get the email so I can get you the book? No. So you don't get the book. What do you think of that? Back with Jeep Capone. Jeep, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Okay? You're by, let's talk Prince. Let's talk Prince, man. You're a musician. So what happened there? He produced some stuff for you? Not Prince, the producer.
Well, just before he passed, I got an invitation to be his friend on Facebook, but I didn't get to meet him. But that was pretty special because he's a very private person.
Yeah, it was a little late. It was a little late. You didn't return the thank you for the friend fast enough.
Well, I didn't get a chance, that's that. He is such a special guy. The town is still reeling from his passing. I mean,
yes.
He did so many things that nobody knew about. I mean, he was a hero. He was. The
dude was the bomb. So one of the producers worked with you on one of your albums.
Well, yeah. Actually, I worked with Matt Fink, his keyboard player, is in my band, and we've done many shows together. His drummer, Bobby Z, from the Revolution, put out my records.
Cool, man.
And his engineer, Tommy Tucker, who was passed away a couple years ago now, but Tommy would mix all my records. He was the engineer for my records, and we did them at Flight Time. And Tommy did all of Prince's records, and he used many of the settings that he used for Prince on the drum kit. He used for my drums.
Nice.
It was a program,
right.
So that was kind of fun.
Right.
And
yeah, for
he did a great job.
Yeah. Go ahead. No. For people that don't know, like when he's saying settings, it's like whether he wet the basically not wet. That's what we call it in the business. But whether he hit the snare with more reverb or the kick drum or whatever else, he kind of had the same sounds here. I want to move along a little bit. Let me ask you this. I want to come back to something here. I've read some things. I always do my background on my guests and everything, but. And I ask you, with all due respect, it seems you moved around a lot. You were here in Vegas, living here 9 years, something like that. Is that about right?
Yeah, I was there for a long time. I worked all the casinos up and down the Strip and Lake Tahoe and Laughlin and around the state, Carson City, everywhere. When you're a musician out there, you travel around, as you know.
Right, but you lived in a lot of places too. I mean, you all right. Here's what I want to ask. Let me put it to you this way: did you move around for the gigs, or possibly for the Capone name? You understand what I mean by that?
I got to tell you, good question. Most of the time, it was for music. Just music opportunities, great paying jobs where you get locked into some place for a long time, a couple years, and you wind up moving there.
Oh, I got you.
I will tell you that the reason I left Las Vegas, well, two things. Jerry Schaefer, my producer out there, sold one of our shows to a casino in northern Wisconsin, and it was a deal we couldn't pass up. I didn't really want to move back to the cold weather. But between that deal being a real nice deal and the fact that Las Vegas became a place where every night, every day, somebody was coming up to me and, asking me, could I help them out of a situation that they were in, or, they wanted to work for the family or something to do with the Capone name. And so that was one place that the name did have an influence on me deciding to leave the area because it just became too crazy.
Right. So you moved around for the gigs, and it's nice, man. They put you over here for 6 months or a year. It's nice, but it's funny. I read something. You come to Vegas to work, and you end up working everywhere else but Vegas. So funny. And what's happened now, and what's happened now in Vegas, don't even get me started, because it's a whole different ball game. We mentioned the book. Now, what's your new? Let's talk about the new album a minute.
Okay, this is going to be called Moving Right Along. You see the name of a band is Al/Capone, and that name is a name that I really didn't want to use, but record company wanted us to use it. They took us from marketing for obvious reasons. My experience with the name is good and bad. I just wanted to call it something else. At any rate, the record company won, of course. And it comes from my last name and the fellow who I wrote music with, Alan Young. His name's Al, and my last name's Capone. So they just wanted to use it for marketing.
Wow.
It was good. It was good.
Because when you look at it, you don't know that, but now you guys know the real story, okay? All right? The guy's name is Al. His name's Capone. It's beautiful. Al Capone. I love it. And that was fun. I want to clarify. So all the stuff's original, right? And it's in the jazz format, pretty much. I mean,
yes.
Vocals involved, or just instrumental?
A little bit. On the Mr. Smooth record, we got Alex Legerwood, who was with Santana for 17 years.
Yeah, I know.
Writer and lead singer on many of Santana's hits.
Right.
He's my singer on that, and Jason Miles, who was Luther Vandross's producer for 10 years, and he produced Sting, and he produced Miles Davis. What was it? The Mandela album and a couple others. And
hey.
Keyboard.
Well,
Dean Brown was on there from the record.
Right.
I could go on and on. That was a star-studded record. It was really good.
Well, I was with a guy. I was with a guy called Miles Davis for about 13 to 14 years. Are you familiar with him?
Well, I got to tell you, I got a picture of Miles Davis in every room of my house. I got a pretty good-sized house. He's in every room.
Dude, God bless, man. I got the pictures with him, but you probably got the nice the artwork and everything. We definitely got to get together and talk about that. If you want to chat in right now, friends, talk to Jeep Capone. He's out of the Midwest, relative of Chicago's #1 outfit boss. Come on, you've heard the stories of Al Capone. I mean, they go on forever, and the book's going to tell a lot of the insides and the outsides. Jeep's been sharing with us today, not just his family name and everything, but musicianship. Jazz has always been a part of my life, and it's so nice to have him. Okay, here we go. I got it right now. Did the Untouchables portray Al Capone in the right light? Hey, there's the question, baby. There it is.
Well, you know what? I remember watching that show with my father, and he used to complain about it. That's not how it went. That's not the way it went. So, I can only go by what my pops said, and
right.
They portrayed one side of him, and he was a man of many facets, and so it made for good television. I can tell you that I was watching it. I remember this distinctly. I'm watching it, and there was a young child kidnapped, and they couldn't find it. And I'm watching this with my dad, and all of a sudden he looks over at me and says, "That was your Uncle Tubby. That was my Uncle Anthony. That was kidnapped. My dad's brother."
Right.
And Al did get him back, and
I'm sure he did.
Things that you don't talk about, but
right.
So that was a good thing.
Right. Well, De Niro's my favorite, but we did all love it. But I mean, hey, when it's coming from the family member, you got to hear their take on it, man. What was the deal on it? And Dad told you best. We talked about the family book. I got 37 seconds. I'm here with Jeep Capone. You're watching the Joey Ciccone Show live from Las Vegas, Nevada. World Center of Broadcast Media, WCOBM.com. Got some shout outs I'm going to give you on the last segment. We're going to tie it up and finish up with Jeep. Scotty Boy in the house, throwing the shots up, making the show happen. What more can I say? Happy early Halloween. Go Cubbies. I'll be right back.